What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Profiling Passionate People. And as you can see, we're going to be talking about some Steelers, and it's hurtful and painful for me to do this considering how diehard of a Titan fan I am, but this team is just so absolutely freaking good. I love Wiz Khalifa, by the way. Shout out to him, but when I needed a diehard Steeler fan for this podcast, I got to go with my own blood, my own cousin, Mr. Danny Vinculado right here. What's going on, sir?
What's up, man?
What's up? What's up? Obviously rocking the Hines Ward. Gotta love Hines Ward.
75th Bumblebee, man. 75th anniversary Bumblebee Mighty Mouse.
I know. I'm rocking the Juju Smith-Schuster, little local boy out here out of USC, and this thing is really skin tight on me right now, but you know that whenever I bring on anyone, you know I got to be rocking the same jersey, make them feel comfortable. So if I turn a little bit more pink than I actually look already, just hit the stop button for me. We'll be good.
I'll hit that 911 for you. I got you.
You got me. Okay. And you got my address. So that's what's great about live podcasts like this. So we're going to dive right in. Obviously, we had our family on. Dana threw you under the bus. We got, cousin love and brother love throwing everyone under the bus because we all got our own different teams that we like and love. So Please tell me, when did you become a Steelers fan?
Sure, man. So I always like sharing this story because a lot of people always ask me. I grew up in the Bay Area, so technically should be a Niner fan, should be a Raider fan, one or the other. But I'm also a severe asthmatic, and because I'm a severe asthmatic, I always had to go to a pulmonologist.
Okay.
There was one time I went to a doctor's appointment, and my guy Leon, who did all my breath tests, saw that I was down and out, had a bad football practice, everything like that. And I was like, I just can't play football anymore. And he goes, yeah, right. And he pumps me up and everything like that. And his whole entire room is just filled with sports memorabilia. And then he happens to point at the bus.
Yeah.
And he goes, that guy right there has severe asthma. And it was since then, that's how I became a Steelers fan. So followed the bus. Once he hung it up after winning that Super Bowl, that was sad, but have been ride or die with my black and yellow people since.
Yeah, I mean, I know that with your high school, you even donned the black and yellow colors at Terra Nova as well.
Terra Nova Tigers, black and yellow as well.
Yep. I mean, I was Frontier Titans, and that's when I was a Titans fan before that, and it just happened. But I did not know that the bus had asthma like that. But shout out to that. Definitely a big role model. So you have a Jerome Bettis bus jersey that's kind of like similar to mine, where it would probably hug you skin tight right now. Oh, we lost the audio. Can you hear me? Hello. No. Okay, let's pause.
Yeah. So, anyways, in regards to my Jerome Bettis, that one is near and dear. I actually got two of them tucked away in a box. They do not come out. I will be buying a glass case one day to just hang them up because they're both the Super Bowl. One's the home, and then one's the actual one that he wore during the Super Bowl because it was all white, the alternative colors. So those are tucked away with my Palomalu, with my Shazier. So those are all nice and tucked away. The one I like to sport the most is this Hines Ward one, just because I got memories in it. It's a little dirty. I don't mind that it's dirty. It's banged up. It'll be handed down later on in life. So
yeah,
it's what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean, I know the history behind your Shazier jersey one, and by all means, that was a great gift. But that dude is he's got such an inspirational story, and Shay Leave, and I love the culture of the Steelers because it is very much so family. Again, it pains me talking so highly about you guys because if I ever see a terrible towel, I'm the first one to throw it on the ground and stomp on it. But you guys travel, I feel like, just as good as Raider Nation or Cowboy fans. But you paved your own way. You utilize a role model and an idol that everybody looked up to. And then it just, you were able to relate to him. And the fact that you've stayed loyal to your team all these years later, through the good, through the bad, through the 100 years that Ben Roethlisberger has been sporting the Bumblebee jersey. So, you know, so I mean, that dude just will not fall off ever. But I mean, you look at this team, you guys did go 11-0 to start off the season last year. So, and the fact that you guys went, 1-4 the last 5 games. How did you guys feel at that 11-0, you know, at that point after week 11?
Well, I am very honest when it comes to my team. We played very, very non-competitive teams. So that 11-0 record, definitely, it felt good. It looked good, but tail of the tape, you go into the last 5 games of the season where we were playing contenders, and our true colors showed. So that 12-4 record, although positive, got us that wild card spot. Really was an eyesore. Obviously, being 11-0, you're like, yeah. But I'm also a defensive player. I don't care about being 11-0. I'm like, I just want the ring at the end of the thing. Like, I don't care about being undefeated. I want the ring. That's what I want. So
it don't matter how great you start, it's how you finish. And you know, you guys sprinted to that 11-0. Everyone put you on top. You know, all the fantasy rankings and everything had you guys at number 1, if not number 2. And then you know, it just went on the decline. And you know, it's no disrespect to your team. We're talking sports, and you know, it is what it is. So you look at what happened last year. You guys got ousted by your rivals in the first round of the wild card. A lot of different pieces and a kind of new look, a new face, especially on the running back. You guys move on from James Conner to a bruising back in Najee Harris. That boy is going to be scary. Juju, who knows what's going to happen with him this year or next year, because, you know, he's always been in the shadows of like Antonio Brown or the second coming of Hines Ward. He's had his seasons, but it's just, you never know what Juju you're going to get at what point of the season. And same thing.
I would say to the whole Juju thing, year 1, he has Big Ben.
Yeah.
Year 2 has Mason Rudolph.
True.
Year 3, he has Ben after surgery. So not making excuses for him, but 3 years in a row, you're going to get interesting feels from different wide receivers and the offense in general when you have to go through that quarterback transition.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right. You know, I love the receiving core. Chase Claypool with the little lion dagger going across his face with the face paint. That is bad. And he can high point that ball. He can go up and do his thing, and obviously becoming an instant fan favorite. I'm a big fan of face paint, and you know, if I ever get any of those fans that come on here and paint their faces and everything, it'd be great. But I love Chase Claypool, what he stands for. Just a speed vertical threat out of Notre Dame. So this team has so much promise. You guys are always ranked highly, but you know, as a diehard Steeler fan, is this the final season of Big Ben?
Well, I don't know what Steeler fan is going to like this comment or not, but I've been wanting Big Ben gone for about 4 years now.
Oh, same here.
I just want him gone. I want us to move on to a nice young person. I don't think it's Mason Rudolph. No. I don't think it's Josh Dobbs. I don't think it's Dwayne Haskins. Matter of fact, my heart was torn when we did not go after Trevor Lawrence. So I was definitely like devastated that we still went with the old guy. And this is no disrespect to Big Ben. Big Ben has done tremendous things for the organization. I just seeing him, he has not aged well like other quarterbacks have. Yeah. So to me, I'm like, okay, cool. We have Najee Harris. Shout out to the Bay Area for my guy. Yeah. We got him that can help alleviate some of that run and pass options and different things like that. Got the new OC that will potentially make the game faster, so he's not getting dinged so much. Yeah. But you know, I hope we come out explosive. I hope we come out very, very very, very explosive and not predictable. Because I've been following them for 17, 18 years now, and there's a course of time because it's been under Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Steelers often can become predictable, and it's like, come on now, let's change it up. We see all these new teams that are growing so fast and moving so fast because they've adapted, but it seems like we like to play football one way, and so I'm like, okay, let's do something different.
Yeah, and I'm sure it pains you to have me say this, but the Baltimore Ravens, they altered around a speedster with Lamar Jackson. You guys are very familiar. You see them twice a year. Always makes for a great rivalry between your guys' two teams. But like you said, how they adapt and everything. But we'll move on from Big Ben. I just want one last question from you about Big Ben.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Oh, for sure. For sure, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, again, 17 games this season. Let's take a look here. You guys open with the Buffalo Bills.
Yep, at Bills.
At the Bills. You have a lot of marquee matchups across the board this year. The Bengals with Joe Burrow, you can't be sleeping on them right now. Seahawks come to you guys. Obviously, your 2 games with the Bengals, 2 games with the Browns, and with the Ravens. Can't sleep on the Chargers, but there's a lot of marquee matchups, and you guys. Even the Chiefs. The Chiefs closer to the end of the year, right after Christmas, and then of course finish with the Baltimore Ravens.
All the time. All the time.
Gotta love those divisional games, the very last game of the season. So
yeah, no, I don't actually. I'm not a fan whatsoever.
So you got Big Ben and the Bumblebees coming out here. Obviously, we're wanting big things out of Najee Harris, obviously on your perspective.
Yep.
I'm sure you would love 17-0, but obviously what we were talking about earlier, 17, even when you guys were 11-0,
Nope.
What would you say the overall record you think is going to be?
It's going to be more than likely 10-7 or 11-6.
Okay.
The reason why I have confidence in either one of those is Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin has not had a losing record.
Very true.
Since he's been under the helm as the head coach, we have not had a losing record. So losing record, it has been oblivious for a long stretch of time, and I don't see that happening now. I think our defense is going to be even more scarier this year. So I think our defense will do a great job of keeping us in a lot of these games. I just hope our offense can help complement that and keep our defense off the field.
Yeah, that defense, I mean, I don't mind rocking a TJ Watt jersey. I don't mind rocking a Devin Bush jersey. I don't mind rocking a Minka jersey, a Joe Hayden jersey.
Yep.
That defense is just so stacked.
And we just got Joe Schobert too.
And Joe Schobert, that dude can cover sideline to sideline. I did a Seahawks interview a couple days ago, and I'm missing those Lofa Tatopu days where anyone that would come across the middle, he would just light them up. But a question that I actually want to ask you, and I don't think I've ever asked you this, even though we're blood cousins. Have you ever been to a Steelers game?
No, man. That is still. I've been So no, in context, I have not been to Heinz Field just yet. Okay, that is on my bucket list to do it. To go see them at their home stadium. But yes, I've been to a Steelers game. I think they played the Rams at the Rams this year. So that's something I'm going to be talking to my wife about. So babe, when you listen to this, please make that happen. That'd be great.
Yeah, because you guys are at the Rams. No, it's at the Chargers.
Chargers, there we go.
Chargers, yeah. Same stadium.
Yeah.
But you already know. December 19th, you and I will be either FaceTiming or whatever we're going to be doing. But my Titans at the Steelers. Obviously, if I had $1 million, you and me would be taking first class seats on over to Pittsburgh. So if I win the lotto or play some more bets out there in Vegas, then we'll definitely treat ourselves to a Christmas game right before.
Hey, man,
Christmas.
I'm down, bro. I'm down.
Okay, well, I'll definitely think of that.
Do you mind if I take the driver's seat for like a minute or two?
Absolutely. By all
means. So you and Dana last week made some big jabs So let me keep y'all in your places for right now.
Please.
Let me rewind the clock to 2008 when Mr. Keith Bullock stepped on the terrible towel.
He did that.
How did your postseason end up?
Oh, we.
Who went to the Super Bowl that year? Hey, so I just want to throw that overall record in your face right now. We're 47-32 with a postseason record of 3-1.
Yeah.
Just FYI. And then Dana, for you clown, Cincinnati, we are 67. So Solomon and Dana, when it comes to the Titans and the Bengals, we still own y'all. So
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah, it's very much so true. So let's move on from that, and we're going to ask a very personal question. Yeah, best believe. Yeah, I mean, you definitely know your stats, and obviously I'm still blushing and embarrassed, but at the same time, you are absolutely correct. Steeler Nation, Tyler Towel. There we go. I'll say it for you.
Yeah, boy.
So I will definitely change the topic real quick. So
moving on.
You were blessed with a beautiful daughter that has a beautiful voice. Now, I know that your two younger sons are not really on the Steeler train, but like I asked Dana with his son Jordan will be watching, Bengal games with Dana. How humbling, how exciting is it that your offspring wants to watch these games and will even throw on the memorabilia with you?
Yeah, so my Moosh, that's my nickname for her. She's a diehard Steeler, has been since being a baby, and that girl will put up the stats just as much as I will. She will talk the talk and get into an argument with someone over the Steelers. It's hilarious. But I think it's just cool in general, just having kids who are interested in sports. Isaiah, he's a New York Giants fan, so I'm going to give him a shout out right now. Shout out to the New York Giants. Yeah. He loves watching them. That's his team. And so obviously when our two teams meet, we root for our teams, but I'll be cheering for my guy when the Giants play a different team. And then Isaac, a.k.a. Tank, still hasn't landed on a team. Sometimes he's the Cardinals because we live in Arizona, and then sometimes he's a Steelers fan. So I guess every Sunday we'll figure out which team he is rooting for that day. So I'm just excited that they enjoy sports. I don't impose if they didn't want to have a sports team or anything like that. It's just a joy that since they are growing and they are beginning to like teams, I'm a cheer on for them as well.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said with Dana, obviously I don't have any kids yet, and we'll see in the near future. But I love talking with my niece and nephews, and they call me Funkle. But the fact that they'll just tell me about their sports and, oh, my team's doing this right now, and oh, I love Kyler, and I love Daniel Jones. It's the coolest thing. So I love seeing the generation being passed on to the next generation. So shout out to you. You're a great father, with or without your Steelers. But
hey, man, I appreciate
I know
you.
We'll be seeing a lot more of you on this podcast. So until then, Danny, my cousin, my blood, I love you. And you guys continue to stay passionate, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. All right?
Love you, man.
Love you guys. Thank you, guys.